obviously your second year going through training camp with this team. One of the things your coach has mentioned and some of your teammates is it just seems like you're much more comfortable. Is that kind of allowing you to focus on just sort of really improving?
Yeah, um, it's kind of picking up where we left off last year. Uh, just continue to get better, continue to build my rapport with Drew. It's a little different this year, being we didn't have OTAs, so still working through quite a bit of stuff. And then on top of that, our defense has a different look this year as well. They've been throwing a lot of kinks in and giving us different looks. So it's getting used to that and just getting used to moving full speed with Drew again.
Next question's from Amy Just. Amy?
Hey, Jared. What have you seen from Tommy Stevens in the week and a half that he's been a tight end?
It's kind of like a fish out of water with Tommy. A little bit new to the position, but a lot of improvement. Um, he's getting better in the run game, learning how to use his pad level a little bit better, stay lower, and just learning where to line up and continually get better in his route running as well. So, it's just a learning curve each and every day for Tommy, and you know, he has a lot of room for improvement and a lot of room to grow, which he's seen very open to, and his willingness to learn a position and get better at it.
Next one's from Andrew Doak. Andrew?
Hey, Jared, good to see you, man.
What's up?
Look, from a 10,000-foot perspective, I know from a team standpoint, obviously a successful season would probably be defined as winning a Super Bowl, but just individually, what would you consider a successful season now that you feel like you're in rhythm with Drew Brees and you feel like you guys can hit the ground running?
Um, each and every year you want to improve. Last year I set personal highs in TDs and yak yards after catch, and I think that was really huge for me. But I still feel like I can improve on that and get better. Um, you know, early off, me and Drew were out in the beginning of the season, so I feel like having a full season with him under our belts and to play together and continue to improve, that's only going to make this team and us better and this offense better. So, um, it's continually get better each and every year and set my personal goals high to where I can reach them and something I can continue to attain.
Next question's from Amy Just. Amy?
Yeah, a follow up on that. With you setting those personal bests for Yak and TDs, obviously nobody wants to miss time, but is there a silver lining in that, knowing that you still achieved those goals and you didn't play in every game?
Uh, yeah, absolutely. Like you said, right, you never want to miss time, but being that I did miss 2 games, and then uh, Teddy started off the season strong last year, but going into the season, your rapport wasn't with Teddy, right? So being that we could get a full camp in together with Drew once again this year and go into the season, Lord willing, everybody healthy and everything clicking on all cylinders, you know, um, the potential to start off the season stronger and to finish the season stronger is there. We just got to go out and do it. We got to continue to work through this point in camp where we are now and just continue to get better. And that's only going to help us set up for a successful season. So we got to make sure that we focus on that, stay healthy, and continue to improve.
Next question's from John Usager. JD?
Jared, how do you see the offense functioning so far in camp? You guys have had some real spirited practices against the defense, but how do you see the offense functioning right now?
I think we're doing pretty good. I think it's some areas of improvement, but off the bat, in terms of energy coming off the ball, firing off the ball, finding running lanes for the running backs, moving the ball downfield, I think we're doing pretty good. There's always room for improvement, and it's still early, and I think we could get a lot better than we are right now. Um, and like I said before, defense They got a new look to them this year, man. They're firing off the ball, and they got Malcolm Jenkins back there that's helping them quite a bit, and they're throwing a lot of different looks at us um, offensively. But I think we definitely have room for improvement, and that's the good thing about practicing against such a good defense is, obviously sometimes they're going to win some, but those are the type of defenses that get you ready for Sunday. The better that your defense is in practice and the better competition that you have to go up against, the better and easier your looks are going to be on Sundays.
Do you get the sense from last year, and I guess rolling into training camp, that this team really has a good idea of how to use the physical dimensions that you give in the red zone?
You know, you hope so, and not only in the red zone, but just across the field and across the board. Uh, and you hope that a team recognizes what each individual player can bring to the table, right? So that opens up uh, your tool shed to a lot of different, like the Swiss Army knife, like Coach Payton likes to use. That just gives you more weapons on your Swiss Army knife when you understand what each type of player brings to the table and who they are and the things that they can do in terms of your offensive ability. So I hope so.
Next question's from Rod Walker. Rod?
Hey Jared, I figured I tried again. Can you tell us a little bit about Jameis and just and just what you've seen from him?
Man,
Either in the huddle or outside of the huddle.
I feel like he's getting a lot more confident in his offense. You can see him working in between periods, just working on play calling, working on his vision, working on his reads, and just getting an understanding. And I think I see him getting a lot more comfortable in this offense and making the right throws. Today we had some one on ones, and it's different playing with him and Drew. He has a lot more velocity to his ball, and his balls come out a lot faster than Drew's, and he can put some heat on the ball, man. And he's able to just make the right throws and get them in a timely manner. I think he's going to be all right, and I think he's going to pick up pretty well. So he's improving. He's getting better. This is a time where he can really get a step up and kind of learn and continue to, learn this offense and get and master it. So, and I think he's doing that quite well.
How tough of an adjustment is that for you to, have to adjust from the velocity of his balls to Tyson's to Drew's?
It's with veteran quarterbacks, it's quite different. Just in terms of when the ball gets there, like Drew's balls, his balls come out a lot earlier. It's a timing thing with him, and with Jameis sometimes or younger quarterbacks, they have the ability to just fire it in there. Not necessarily meaning that that's always the right thing to do, but they squeeze the ball in there a lot later sometimes. So it's a lot of times being the receiver, it comes down to focus. With Drew, I feel like it's more get your head around, get your eyes around so he can tell that when the ball's coming. With those receivers, it's a lot focused on make sure you receive the catch and haul it in because sometimes they're more apt to fit it in and squeeze it in those tight windows.
The last question is going to be from Andrew Doak. Andrew?
Jared, last offer, you mentioned the yards after catch, being better than it has been this past season. I'm curious, you mentioned the last time that you talked, the body language of you and Brees being on the same page has developed, and I'm curious too, his accuracy and the ability to get it out early, how much does that help your yards after catch as well?
It helps a lot, especially when he knows what the defense is bringing, and he can anticipate that throw, and you're able to give an indicator to him on when you're breaking or when you're coming out of your route. A lot of times that helps get the ball in your hands early before the defender gets there or before the defender breaks towards you. so you're able to catch that ball, get your eyes around faster, and look upfield to anticipate the angles in which the defender is trying to get to you or tackle you. That way you can split the defenders, or maybe you can give a shake move and get around to the outside. Um, you know, when you're able to see the same thing as the quarterback, it makes it a lot easier pre-snap. It makes it a lot easier when the ball's in the air, as well as when you're coming out of your break once you've received the ball and got north and south.
Thanks, sir.
That should wrap it up. Thank you, Jared. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.